What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. I can't believe a bad joke I made is coming to fruition. Konami's really just doing one huge bump update to speed duels a year after the success of the Battle City box. Remember, this is the format why we don't get continuous rush duel products that actually have great nostalgia versions of cards and, different art structures. This is it. But I do like the prospect of this product. I hope it turns out all right. And Konami, I know that you listen to the channel. 200 cards in here. Remember what made this actually successful to where it's almost double MSRP in less than a year? Your little RNG pack. This little pack would have stopped Duel Devastator from being a slow burner and into heavily open. So maybe a secret rare Air Neos that we've been missing like you have in Master Collection 3 over in Japan. Yeah, that would be freaking awesome, among other things for past formats that people would be excited for. Remember what actually helped this fly off shelves rather than just the cards inside. Also, because Konami is terrible at advertising their own products, and people still argue this in every comment section, a friendly reminder, speed duel cards can be used in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's that you have to have speed duel marked cards to play an official speed duel event. Now, if you're using regular cards and trying to play speed duels, that's not allowed, but you can use these anywhere in Yu-Gi-Oh! So, when pre-orders do arrive, I would wait for a little more information before diving in. Make sure there's going to be some holo upgrades, because Konami's still probably in the planning phase, probably has not put it to the printing presses yet, especially with all the delays that have been happening, and I look forward to seeing how this one turns out. And also, my market brain starts turning, well, this is the first product in this line of huge mega boxes. People might grab towards those speed duel boxes even faster, and the lowest over here, and you can see multiple sales today, is at $56 shipped. You can go over to tier 0 and still get these for $41.70. Code WhatsGood5 for 5% off and to support the channel directly. Free shipping at 50 pounds. This would be 30 pounds over there. So 2 of these would be free shipping, and I poked them to upload more onto their website if they have the stock. So hopefully they'll be restocking either tomorrow morning, very early since their EU time, or later today if they see my message, if they do have extra. Now, those Megaton delays have caused cards to go brrrt. I want to re-emphasize the value of time versus money with cards. So the delays are 2 more weeks on the Megatons. People are going, oh, I gotta compete anyways. This is the best OTS pack ever. I'm gonna get Cyber Dragon. I'm gonna get Droplet. Well, Ecclesia, let's talk about this. You're going for like a playset of these, and they are now around $90 for a freaking playset, and she's likely to get a rarity upgrade in the 10s most likely, yet still. Even light play at 32. What are you doing, man? People are really going out and spending their money on this deck. You have Nadir Servant, which will probably still be its highest rarity, going off of the market to 18 listings. It's a 2-week delay. If that's really why you're jumping, do think about how you're spending your time versus your money with this most recent Megaton delay and what it will actually get you back. If you are like, I've tested this deck a ton, it's gonna get me these OTS packs, I can understand a little bit, but now you're getting less and less and less time even with this 2-week delay versus, it's going to take a week to ship to you, then you're going to be playing in these locals. Think about how long these cards are good for their value, but I'm a broken record on that. Dawn of Majesty, day 1 official on the market, and prices are tanking past what I even thought they could be. I said not a single card would be worth the value of the box on launch, but the boxes are now down towards 60, which hasn't happened in a while, and people are running from this, and I want to actually have a little rant here. Guys, pre-ordering is committing to a product. This is not from my sponsors. This is from great names on Facebook like Aria, who do good work in the communities, making posts like, I had 12 grand in canceled orders. First off, if you're a Facebook vendor, start getting harsher. Make your deposits non-freaking refundable and scoop that money whatever happens, because people that are going to cancel on this then come back to you like, oh, can I order some Burst of Destiny? It's an amazing set. No. F them. Do what you need to do. Make new consumers on these good products that are going to come back to you time and time again, and make those deposits non-refundable. Whenever somebody orders the product, they have done it on the assumption that you're going to end up paying through on this. And deposits, for all intents and purposes, should be non-refundables. You're not taking a free roll gamble on each and every set that you pre-order. You're making a commitment, and then those vendors are spending their money in full, expecting you to return towards that. So Really hate to see the community like that, and I get that the shoe ends up on the other foot. There's scummy vendors who end up, oh, the product went up, I couldn't get enough. When there is no allocation, I get that happens too, but look for the good names and work with them. Don't hard punish people who are doing good work. I really hate to freaking see that. There's scum on both sides, don't get me wrong, but man, do I hate to see the boys get punished. A Luber is around $40 towards the top. A lot of people expecting Burst of Destiny's updates to this to really put this deck on a pedestal. I still think it's tier 2, but it is an interesting deck that I like with my player brain. Ready Fusion down towards 34. Unlike the OCG, Maxi's not going to be chaining to this here, and you get another tuner in the Fusion section in this set, so I think it'll be a lot more interesting to see the Halka Fibrax decks that end up comboing with this. Iris Sword Soul, I thought its bottom out price would be $24.25. That could still happen. She's under a lot of people's expectations, though, at 30. Synchro Overtake down under 20 is shocking, though, as that was one of the top pre-sellers for a lot of sites. And then Stardust Synchron staying in there. It's the casual card that everybody does want, and they want to play their fun Stardust deck, and it actually is having a lot of the value. We get to see the B Troopers falling out. I said I thought this would be a low of $12, and it's already towards 14, sinking down there, so I am excited for people who wanted to try this deck. I might be trying it in the future, depending on the future support. And Shooting Majestics are down towards my lowest expectations of $8 already, but the Ultra Dogmatica stuff, getting a couple of first day buyouts. I did say watch the Ultra Rares, and they were down in price, and now they are headed up. I do think Ultras are where a lot of missed money will end up being in this set, because Ultras are harder to get than ever. There's 14 different Ultras in a set now, and you're still only pulling 4 per box, barely over a playset per entire case. And I think a lot of people decided not to open this and bail on the sealed, so there could be a little bit of a shortage on the Despia Ultras. Not short printed, just from the lack of amount of this product that might get opened. And Arrive in Light down towards $3. Messiah under even where I thought it would be. I thought it would be $8 from so many people looking at it. It's $5. It's an awesome time if you wanted these cards to get a lot of them. But boy, if you're a vendor, this is a bit of a stinker, ain't it? And when we look at the insect support and hype, there's a lot of money being spent in the market. I did not know Aztekipede until somebody mentioned Doomdozer. I was like, wait, what's the one where you banish just one? That could be a great enabler. It's also a level 4, ends up very nice in the deck. It's a $2 card for all versions, and there is a Starfoil. Starfoils get ridiculous buyouts, so use my TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying if you want the max rarity version, but I personally prefer the classic old school rare. Doomdozer also is above $2 for every single version, very low on a ton of the versions, and the ultimate rare is going crazy. Again, conspiracy theories with my ultimate rare buy video, where this was one of the top cards back in the day at 18. Let's see where they land at this point. Near mint 65 before it's 148. Geesh. And we have an instant fusion target for insects with the new instant fusion. The Quaggar Hercules within the deck also for people wanting to go with that deck. I do think that only having 2 printings is kind of a mistake, and I hope it gets a reprint at some point, but a lot of old fusions have this treatment where, oh, it's a vanilla fusion, way up in price now because it's enabled. Alright, the new Dark Magician support has some people feeling a type of way. Oh, Dark Magician always getting cards. Guys, the DM era is 1 out of 6 different eras that can get support, meaning about 1/6 of all support would end up DM era. Just simple math. Ever since 7s, we don't have an anime feeding into product. If we're counting through Reigns, that's 6 series, so you're gonna see a lot of Dark Magician hats in the future. Magician Souls is seeing a ton of buys right now, though. You can see through the past days, its sales rate is up, ranging between $105 to $125, and there are unlimiteds around 110, but boy, are a lot of people going for this card, since you do have a searcher in a sense for it in the new Ritual card. Legendary Duelist Season 3 can't come soon enough. Selene is up in price. I don't think this is just for the Magician good stuff. It does take a Spellcaster. This obviously works with Sky Striker for comboing up into Access Code and other decks that are relevant in the meta, but she is a $20 card into the mix here now. And again, Dual Overload, one of the better sets that we've ever had of all time. She's heading towards the top of there, but Imperm also heading up right now. Dark Magic Circle is something to watch. I think I pointed this out around $6-ish for Unlims even original, and almost every version has been going up. If you want the highest rarity of a lot of these cards, I think it's better to do it sooner than later because a lot of people will just start grabbing as the product comes out as well and panicking for it, like, oh, I'll get it later. It's cheap right now. Don't be that guy that's like, okay, it's been going up, now I guess I have to get it. Don't be that guy. Spend less money on the cards you want and versions you want. Magician's Navigation, a really good card, still pretty cheap out here even for original versions. I have Timaeus. The common is the same price as one of the newer ultra rares. Like, come on, get the holo version over it, but the secret rare is a lot of money out of the original Dragons of Legend. I actually want to check out the first set. I have not done that yet, so let's see where first edition near mints end up. Around $40 near the Unlims. That's one seller. And then we do have more lining up around here. Really classic card that has always been money on the market. Eternal Soul only has one secret rare printing. You now have a field spell searcher for it. And I do really like this card a lot, although people are talking about the deck is now a going second, perhaps OTK cheese deck. I like the back and forth play of Dark Magician. It even just fits the show. But legendary decks, let's see where the first editions start to pop up, if at all. It just says limited. Is that how it comes in? Limited edition always? No first ed stamp? Okay then. Secret rare is something I would get sooner than later. There are also two ultra rare versions though. Luckily one out of dual power. Magician's Rod, super rare original, and Megaton versus common versions. They're actually $3 solid. So if you didn't care about this, you might have some stonks. And if you did care about this, it's a nice version and you might want to get it soon. Finally, Live Twin has been getting hyped all over the freaking place because we have that link rating 4. There you go. Live Twin coming, and a funny sale that happened, $3. Someone mislisted theirs in the wrong place, but also notable, she's starting to go burr with a lot of people pulling their listings rather than making actual sales, but there are quite a few actual sales too. So it's a mix of both. People going, wait, all Live Twins are going up? Why would I leave this on the market? Versus people leaving it up and making that sale. So this is also trending upwards with all of the Live Twin stuff. Consider your builds before blindly spending money. Test it out and see the ratios and quantities with how expensive these cards are getting. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already. What are you doing if you haven't? Like this video if you enjoyed the conversation, and let me know what you think of everything going on between dawn. I think we all did see lower prices coming, but this is shocking how much lower. Like how the pre-sellers were far under TCG player pre-sellers trying to just barely undercut each other versus this crash even under pre-sale prices that seemed accurately priced. This is pretty wild. Stardust Synchron, though, is still above what the pre-sellers were doing, as is a couple of cards, but man, I guess you had to pick and choose your battles, and my hunch on ultra rares, not too far off.